I will continue without my bridle.
This video, we're going to have a lot of fun. This video is all about training or riding your horse without a bridle. Why it's a lot of fun first is the horse learns to work and respond from the rider from all the previous training tapes that we've done using dressage concept or basics for the horse and rider. You really build a good trust, a bond between you and your horse. But there's some very, very, very important things that you've got to remember if you're interested in doing this. I have a lot of fun with it because it, number one, promotes me to ride more with my seat and legs to communicate with my horse. Voice is very important in working without your bridle. The horse trusting you, and number one, most important, is that the horse is well trained. What do I mean by well trained? Well, this mare is a 7-year-old mare. Her name is Lark's Joint Account. She's a filly by Rugged Lark. This mare has had 5 years of training. She's been shown extensively. She's very seasoned, and I've never done this with her before. So I thought it'd be an excellent opportunity to show you how you can begin with a horse that is broke, that is quiet, and the other important thing is that you work in a small confined area. Couple other points to bring out: always wear a helmet, English helmet, a Western type helmet, but be smart with doing something like this. You don't want to get in a situation where you can get in trouble. I will show you some stages. Again, this horse has never done anything without the bridle, but she's had so much time, careful training, and training that she trusts the handler, she trusts people, she's very obedient, and she's had careful training in that regard to where she hasn't been forced to do things. She's happy to work. All of the good assets in which I promote in training horses. This is the only way that you can successfully have fun with the bridleless riding. I will start with some groundwork that I think is very important. However, I wanted to just show to you basically what I'm going to use without the bridle. It is a piece of lariat rope, but very flexible, not stiff. There's no kinds of tacks or anything that might promote more obedience or your full control from this. This basically will go around her neck and be a guideline like my reins would be under saddle, but that guideline is just to somewhat control the front end of the horse. So to start with some groundwork, very important, and just as I'm standing here talking with you, all my horses have to stand ground tied or stand obedient, to where if I was to move anywhere around them, they have the confidence to, in what I'm doing with them, and not putting their head down and losing their attention. You stay there. And that they watch me, they trust me, and this is an absolute must. This will not be good for a horse that is scared, worried, nervous. Those to me tell me that the horse isn't broke either on the ground or could have the same indications under saddle. Okay, with the groundwork, it would be relating the same type of training that I do with all of my horses on the ground before I ever ride them. But what I'm going to do is I'll emphasize this groundwork without a lead. You could refer to my pleasure driving tape. I go extensively through the groundwork that I do with my horses. And I get my horses trained to a certain point on the ground that when I'm ready to start them or ride them under saddle, they've got a lot of education. So to do something bridleless, my first indication is saying first we come back to some ground handling. So we're going to go without the lead, okay, Dolly? Okay. Okay, let's see what we got. Now when I work without the lead, basically what I'm going to do is keep my right hand on, my horse must go forward by cluck, which she has the knowledge of. I'm going to keep my right hand on the right jowl. That will help me control the head. Come on. Come on. And I'm pushing a little bit under her jowl just to make her walk on a little bit. So my clucking always tells my horse to go forward. It helps me under saddle, but it's an absolute must with the ground. Second point is that the horse must understand the word whoa. That they stop without you giving them a command off the halter. She would do the same thing if it was under saddle. This is a must for the bridleless work. Went forward from a cluck. Trot, trot, trot. Walk. Good. Comes right back to my voice commands. Dolly probably hasn't had voice commands with her under saddle for 3 years, but she still has the knowledge. Whoa. Good girl. Back, 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 back. Whoa, no, no. Okay, got to help a little with the head. Whoa. Can control the head on the opposite side. Back, 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 back. Good girl. Whoa. Good. I helped you that time, didn't I? Okay, and just to follow through, I'm going to remove the halter. It's a good girl. Yes, that's a good girl. And as I remove the halter, there's no real big change in the horse. If I want her to stand, come on, get her straight, square to the fence. Whoa, whoa. Okay, always keeping my eye on the horse. Whoa, good girl, good girl, good girl. Whoa, whoa. Now here would be a good indication if you came to the front of the horse, he didn't stand and he took off in this paddock. Whoa, Dolly. Good, you got to learn to trust him. If he walked away from you or took off and bucked and played, don't go without your bridle. Your horse is not broke. He's not obedient and mannered to what you're asking him to do. Dolly, keep your ear on me. Stay. Good girl. Good girl. Dolly, good. I know there's a fly there, but you keep your ear and your eye on me. Whoa, whoa, good girl. Good, that's very good. Okay, come on, let's keep going. Walk, come on, trot, trot, trot. Come on, good girl. Whoa, very good. Okay, now I'm gonna see what we get on the off side. Come on. Good girl. Always bringing my horse toward me. Come on. That gives a promotion that they're accepting. Good girl. Trot, trot, trot. Good girl. Easy. That's downhill. Walk. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Whoa, whoa. Good. Come on. Now, always take advantage, as I do in ground training, that if you have any type of troubles with this, keep your horse close to the rail. Whoa. No, don't smell around. Give yourself protection or a guideline to control your horse with a rail on one side. You're the guideline on this side. So, Dolly, while I'm talking, I know you can lose your attention. So that will help walking, trotting, stopping, and backing. Back, 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 back. Whoa, good girl. I use the back here because I was further off the rail the other direction or leading on the other side, and I didn't get as good a back. So here is an excellent example where I use the rail, use my voice, the word back that she knows from her previous ground training, backed up with ease, and I kept her straighter. Come on. Good girl. Good. Now, before I'm ready to mount, whoa, Dolly. Good girl. Whoa. Good. Don't eat. Nope, don't lose your attention. Good girl. Now, before I ever ride her without the bridle, I ride her with the bridle. Yes, and she wants to have some hay. No. I ride her with the bridle and then get the confidence that she has some knowledge of steering with the rope around her neck. And this is also very good to begin any workout without the bridle, is to always begin with the bridle. And that can be your warm-up, your horse's warm-up, or if it's the end of your lesson, whatever it may be, always begin your work with a bridle on. Okay? Whoa, good girl. Okay. And square her legs. Good. If your horse doesn't stand while mounting, you surely don't want to do any work without the bridle. I can't emphasize enough the importance of any work without the bridle is that you're realistic with yourself and honest with yourself. How broke is my horse? The horse must be obedient, without resistance, bad habits, meaning bad habits, right to me, bad habits, they won't stand as you mount. A horse that doesn't turn well, a horse that doesn't do toe on the forehand, turn on the haunches, yielding, walk, trot, canter, counter, canter, all your upward, downward transitions. You got complete control of speed at the walk, trot, or canter in 3 different speeds. Totally obedient to stop, back, 360 spins, flying lead changes. I can go on and on. This is the type of training that I would want from my horse before I ever do this bridleless work. Because As you're going to see, and I can promise you with this mare never having it done, I'm going to have a good experience because she's had the previous training, as well as she's very accustomed to surroundings, horse shows, travel, so she's pretty seasoned with all that. Whoa. Now, first thing I want to do is establish that the horse stops. Now, as I said my word, because I'm going to need that when I stop the horse, then I came on with just a little contact with this as if it was my rein. I'm going to use the same word and a little contact because the first thing I want them to do is to stop if I need them to, or back, back, back. And I'm using this in sequence with the movement of the front legs, back, back, good girl. Okay, now I'm going to go through a couple sequences with the walk, trot, or lope and see if I have that stop that I want. Whoa. Good. Back, 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 back. Very good. Now, as you can see, I'm keeping this neck rope pretty low to the neck. If I need a little more sensitivity, I can come further up the neck. Whoa. And coming up the neck brings the head up, the forehand up. That'll help slow the horse if I need them. Ooh. Back, back, back. See, and I've really done nothing here any different than what this horse already has the knowledge of, is that I've just added a little bit of cue with this rope around the neck because that's going to help me control the front end. Now, if I need to turn to the left, I continually keep the inside leg on to keep the forward motion and bending left, and I turn with my outside leg, and if I need a little help with the front end, I use the outside of my neck rope on the right side of the horse's neck. Oh, Dolly, you're going to love this without your bridle. Okay, turning right, my right leg stays on to keep the horse forward. I turn with my left leg and the neck rope on the left side. And as you can see, well, you'll see better without my reins, is that I'm just twisting this neck rope sideways so there's no contact here, but light contact here. Now, as I mentioned, with the neck rope, when I want to slow down, if I'm not getting a good response, to raise it further up the neck. With the neck rope, if I want a little more response to move the front end of the horse, I'm going to bring it further up the neck. Just as if same action as a rein. Very good, Dolly. Very good. Okay, I'm going to get a little more action. Still using the same in my leg aids. Good girl. Good girl. Now, I got to get the confidence and her knowledge with my work at the lope. I know it's deep sand in here, but that's okay. And as you can see, Dolly's a little bit of a lazy kind of horse. These always make the easiest to do something like this with, and I will always use a horse that has that kind of temperament or has that kind of training. Because the next horse I bring out didn't start out as this mare's always been quiet, always laid back. But with the training of the next horse I bring out, it will show you that we got the same kind of quietness. Okay, now I just brought her back to the trot with my seat. Light leg contact. Whoa, whoa. Now when I go my other way, get up. I want to see if I got the halt from the stop. Excuse me, I gotta say that over. I want to see if I got the halt from the lope. Ooh, ooh. Pretty good. Back, back, back. Okay, well, let's see what we got without the bridle. Okay, I'm going to bring my horse up first to the fence and lead her into, or head her into a corner, should you think about leaving me. When you do this, make sure that you allow the horse to drop the bit out of the mouth on their own, or you dismount and take the bridle off. Need to get a little closer for my convenience. Excellent opportunity. Back, Dolly. Back, back. Good girl. Whoa. Okay, now, I'm hoping too, taking this bridle off, what I've done with this filly so far, to me she showed a little resistance and lack of willingness to go forward. Let's see if taking this bridle off might help that situation. But first, I start with the walk. And I'm not going to let her go straight too long. I'm going to continue as I turned right there. I'm going to continue turning left because your horse will not have an opportunity to go forward or get away from you as easily keeping on a turn as if you're just going straight. I have the confidence in the area that I'm working that my horse can't get away from me as easily than if I had him in a big area or a big arena. That might be something you should go to, but I always recommend that you stay in a small area while beginning something and then go to a larger area. But this bridleless work, always stay in an enclosed area. And extend. More willingness there. Ooh. Good. Back, back. Good. Come on. Now, there's no real worry right now that I have to control the head and neck, or I have no control of it. But basically what I want to control, as all of our previous tapes have shown you, is the body of the horse. You'll see with a horse later that's more experienced, you can control that head and neck actually with your seat and leg aids. Come on, come on. Whoa. Back, back, back. Good. Whoa. Okay, now that I have the confidence in her that she'll stop, and what I learned at the beginning a little bit with the bridle, Dolly showed me a little bit of resistance and reluctant to go forward. So let's see what our canter looks like now. First, I always get them forward at the trot. Woo, woo. Good girl. I'm just using my voice, my little cluck here, so I'm not squeezing her more. Whoa. Good girl. And for the rider, again, riding without hands, except only when you need a guidance, but very soft if it need be. So she really wanted to fall in there, and she's moving out with my leg. Good. Just walked with my aid of my seat. See if we get a little yielding at the walk. Good girl, Dolly. That was very pretty. So basically, what I have felt here, without the bridle, she's gone more forward and willingly. I've learned from not ever doing this with this mare before that I think I'm going to continue with this because she went forward much more freely and open in her stride, still using a little bit of her tail of an overreaction. She's talking to me a little bit that she's a little quick to react, a little bit of resistance. And I'm going to just, this might be an excellent stage of training with this mare and her owner to do some work without the bridle. And then go back to it. Whoa. Back, back, back. Whoa. That was a very good experience for Dolly. It was a great experience for me, and I learned something here. I learned that this mare who's owned by a youth, she needs some time. Both of these, the rider and her, need some time with this. Because what I felt from this mare, and having ridden her probably in 6 months, that my rider's been using too much leg, and she's got her dull and not wanting to go forward. Maybe she's been riding a little more emphasis with her hands. So I'm going to use this with my rider that owns this horse and continue to do this work because obviously Dolly enjoyed it. She had her ears forward and was happy, and she just gives me the impression that she could go like this all day long. Okay, I also want to add that hopefully you'll visually be able to see that when I did do the work with this mare out of the bridle, and I promise you she's never done anything without the bridle. You should have seen her get a little more happier, forward, and willing as I was saying things that I felt when I rode her with the bridle. If you happen to have a horse that's had some harsh training and or abusive things happen to him in the past, you want to build more happiness and willingness in a horse, this could be something very effective. But don't forget, make sure you're smart and in an enclosed area. But horses love it. They don't feel that they're getting hurt in the mouth or over responded from a rider, and they absolutely learn to like it. So when they learn to like it, then they're starting to learn to like the rider and the person handling them. And it goes all along with good humane training that I always want to promote that kind of special bond with the horse. I want the horse to like me because I love horses. So you can enhance a horse's personality or willingness with this. Again, as you can see, with this work or before I was to do this work, total obedience. I went and got all of my equipment. I've asked my horse to stand there with the command whoa, means stop, freeze, stand, don't go nowhere. And you see when I first started, she was kind of fiddling around and wanting to eat and all of that. She's totally satisfied with herself right now. Aren't you? You're totally satisfied. Oh, you like that, huh? Okay, you was a good girl, doll. Let's go back to the barn. You've had your training for the day. Come on. Okay. Now I have Restless Lark. Restless is a 6-year-old gelding that's been through the same type of training program that I said that my previous horse, Lark's joint account, had been. And what I'm going to do with him, I have ridden him 2 times without a bridle, but what I'm going to do with him is, as I have now, my reins tied up to my horn, I'm going to do my beginning stages with just the neck rope, and also a reminder is to always start out slow with your work at the walk, then you move to the trot, you lengthen the trot, and then you can go to the canter. But my reins here tied to the horn and working the entire time with my seat, leg, or the neck rope as aids. I have my rein here as an opportunity if I need it. Good boy, Restless. Come on. Very good. And again, as you can see, with my turns, that I'm just taking my neck rope, twisting it so I don't have a contact on the inside, but just the outside. And it goes along with the aid of my leg. Now we'll see if I have a stop. Whoa. And a back, 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 back. Good boy. Okay, again, this horse has had the ground training. He has the knowledge of his voice commands with the beginning work under saddle. Oh, I see I didn't lock our gate. So we walk over to do that and close our gate. All of these slow maneuvers. Good boy. Will give you the confidence to take the bridle off. But at the same time, while I'm getting confidence, I'm always realizing that my horse is responding. If he doesn't respond, we don't take the bridle off. Trot. Good boy. And the turn at the trot. Ooh. Let's see if you can do a forehand turn. Good boy. Good boy. Doing that with moving his hips right, using my left leg, the neck rope on the right side of his neck. Ooh. See, I'm getting that automatic, quick, responding stop you have to have if you're going to take the bridle off. I'll try another forehand turn. Move his hips to the left with my right leg. Neck rope against the left side of the neck. Good boy. That's the way. Now I'm going to lengthen the trot. Woo, woo. Good. Back, back, back. Good. Turn on the haunches. Lengthen the trot. Woo, woo. Now, if I didn't get these responses as well as I'm getting them, I would continue with this until I got very crisp, clear responses with my voice, my seat, leg aids, and a little cue off the neck rope. I won't think about taking the bridle off unless I have these things accomplished at the walk or the trot, and I certainly won't take the bridle off at the canter till I have full confidence in the horse with the work at the canter with the bridle on. Whoa, whoa. Okay, I was going to ask for the canter. I didn't get it. Let me just hold him just a little in front so he doesn't trot. Canter. That's a boy. Okay, now I can tell already that this needs a little bit more work as I'm trying to turn him over here with my right leg and right neck rope. Now he's turning easier. He turned a little bit at the beginning, dull. Now he's turning better. Ooh. Still got my stop. Back. Good. Didn't even use my word first that time. He just respected the fact of a little touch on the neck and he did back up. Now, let me get my canter this way. Good boy. Good boy. See, in a little bit that I'm reading here, he's a little unsure what I'm asking. Now, he's got his ears listening to me. Come on. He's not turning real well this way. There we go. Good boy. And if I didn't talk so much, he'd have his ears forward more, but I think you'll see that when we take the bridle off and even get better. And the ground is, this little pen is hard going out here right now. It's deep sand. I don't want to do too much. But now, as this horse, to the right now, he's keeping his head pretty much to the left. So I'm really going to keep using my right leg to bend his body. Come on, you gotta get a little, that's a boy. And as he bends the body, I still guide with my outside neck rope and the outside leg, we improve. Come on, that's a boy. Well, I'm gonna see if I got my stop because I wanna have that without that bridle. Whoa, whoa. Very good. Make sure I still got my back. Good. Okay, I'm gonna see what we got without it. Huh. Oh, this guy's got such a long neck, I'm gonna have to get down. Have to get down. Huh? And he's already had the ground handling without the bridle. In fact, this guy, Bridleless, at the World Show last year, I had him outside of the stall, grooming him, good boy, whoa, saddling him and getting him ready for the show, and I had just walked back in my tack room, And when I went back in the tack room, nobody could see me, and somebody was walking by. When they walked by, they panically looked for somebody in the stall area because there's this horse loose in the aisleway without a halter or anything on. Well, just like this, Restless was standing, checking everything out, and I still had my eye on him. I had his ear focused on me. He knew where I was at while I was getting my equipment, but he very confidently stood, obediently, he stayed still, and he accepts what I'm doing without the bridle on. This is a real important stage if you ever want to do a lot of fun with your bridleless work. That this is a must. He trusts me, he's obedient to me. You've got to have this kind of mannerism. Now, something I failed to mention with Dolly that I showed, but this neck rope, as you can see, is not tight around the neck, nor is it too loose, but it's at a point where I can still keep my arms in front of the saddle when I come on with a little contact. So it's not tight, but yet it's not too loose and hanging down where my hand, if I was to take up the slack, would go behind the horn. Good boy. Whoa, good boy. I know the flies are bothering you. Okay, we'll Restless. Stand here. Okay, let's see what we got without a bridle, huh? Now this was the horse that I mentioned earlier as a young horse, and of course this horse is 3/4 thoroughbred. This horse was a very worried horse, very sensitive, horse with energy, and it wouldn't be until this kind of a stage that I'd be real comfortable doing some work without the bridle, because now the horse has a thorough understanding of good training, but he also is mature in his mind. And as you can see, everything that I've really done at this point, everything is lazy, kind of casual, laid back. Well, that's the point I was saying earlier. If you have the opposite type of horse, you certainly don't want to take that bridle off. You can work with your neck rope, but don't take your bridle off for months and months, if not years. And, but it also is different things that you can do with them to add with the training that you've already done. Now I got to be careful with my turns to the right and to the left, because when I started out he had a little confusion and not responsive, so I'm going to improve that in my slower gaits at the walk and the trot. And he's got good knowledge of turning at the slow gait. I might try just a little at the end at the canter, I don't know, we'll see. He's got to show me and give me the confidence that he's turning well, stopping, and backing. Whoa, good. That was automatic back, stop. I'd never even used my neck rope. Back, 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 back. Very good. Trot, trot. Go back to the voice commands, just give him something that he knows real well. That can be eliminated later, just to give him the confidence that there's no real big change here. Now he's looking a little bit at these barrels. I'm going to let him look. Go up and address it. And as I walk away from it, make sure that he doesn't get worried. If so, whoa, back, 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 back. Good boy. Keeping him straight with my leg aids. Now I'm not going to talk for a while. Whoa. No, 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 no. Trying to make him stay on a pivot. He was wanting to go forward. That's better than backing, and he's losing his pivot leg. Good. So we'll just side pass a little bit. Move away from that left leg. Okay, now he's giving me the confidence without the bridle. No, no, don't get in a hurry. Don't get in a hurry. But he's also telling me, right there was a backward step, that I need to slow down what I'm doing. Good boy. Now he says, okay, I can do that without the bridle. Very good. Let's try it again. Turn the haunches to the left. Good. Nope, that's a backward step. Stay forward. Good. There you go. Good, we'll move to something else. There's the turn I need for the left for the lope. That was very good. Whoa. Good. That's it. No backward steps that time. That was very good. Okay, now he's giving me the confidence to try the lope. What I'll do, where he was fading out to the left when I loped him, I'm just going to start turning him a little sooner and do the easy way first. Good. And close to the fence. So I've got that as a guideline. Now I'm going to do the circle. Turning sooner. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Good boy. See? See? You can do it without the bridle, huh? You like that? That was a nice sigh. Well, let's try a turn on the haunches. Oh, we didn't get backward steps. And we'll lope. Good. Use my fence as a guideline. Now, as I do my circle, I'm just going to use a little right leg to help promote a little more bend to the right, and my left neck rope so he stays in a better balance. Come on, come on. Good boy. Good. That'll improve over time. Come on. That's a boy. Ooh. Good boy. Did you have fun? Look at him licking his lips saying, I'm pretty satisfied. This is my longtime friend, boyfriend, and a horse that has really helped me with my career. This is Rugged Lark, who is going to yawn for you. I'm going to do a little bit of Brideless work with him. I've had a lot of fun doing this with him. I have ridden him without a bridle for over 8 years. He did go through the same type of careful training process, starting with all the ground type training, training under saddle. This horse is, with all his influence with the dressage basics that I've gone through my video series with you, this horse has had the same type of training. It has helped preserve his happiness, his willingness, and has marked him as one of the most successful horses in the show ring. And today, one of the most popular horses with his Bridleless exhibitions. So as I did with the previous horses, nothing really is going to change, except I'll just show you that more can be done with a horse with the Brideless training. Once they're broke and fully understand the knowledge of any maneuver with the bridle. All right, we got an itch. All right, you ready? Now you stand. Whoa. Good boy. Okay. Now we'll go warm up a little bit and show you some stuff. I also wanted to mention too that I'm riding him in an English saddle. You know, with the same type of basics that we teach riders, teach horses. The basics are all the same, except the way you hold your reins, if it's a Western saddle or riding Western with a Western bridle, or if it's with an English bridle. But the same concept, the exact same training methods, the exact same communication with the horse through the rider's seat and leg aids is the same whether you're in an English or a Western saddle. Now the difference that I can show you with him with extensive riding with this is that I can keep my horse more properly bent to the left or to the right with just promoting as I'm going left, just encouraging or a little bit more communication with my inside leg. That bends my horse left, that helps him carry his head left. If I want to go straight, my leg's even. As I go to the right, I first promote an active, very light active inside leg for the bending, and of course I'm turning with the outside. Now to get your horse to carry himself more correctly, it has to come from the walk first or the slow trot, then the forward trot, or if you don't get good progress at the slow trot, use your forward trot and then come back to the slow. But your work at the walk and the trot will always improve any work that you're doing in those gaits as well as your work at the canter. And I'm just working an easy little figure here of a figure eight. Actually, I'm going to turn my figure eight around and come toward the camera. So you can just see that my goal is to, the same things when I'm riding with a bridle, is that the horse stays straight when I'm going straight, lightly arcs or bends when I go left. He bends or arcs to the left. When I go right, it's just the same to the right, that he lightly bends or arcs to the right. If he doesn't, then I'm going to use more actively that inside bending leg as I'm doing here. That moves my horse outward, but it also makes him bend more inward. And this horse is very well responsive with all his maneuvers. And I will just do a nice little yield to the right through a half volte, yielding right off my left leg and right rope and my neck rope on the right side of his neck. keeping him forward with the right leg. I will yield left with my right leg, neck rope on the left side of the neck to keep the shoulder in line, keep him forward with my seat and my left leg. Okay, I'll do it once more to the right because I didn't explain that very well. Okay, to the right through the half circle or half falte. I'm using my left leg, the neck rope on the right side of the neck, keeping my horse forward with my seat and my right leg. And the transition to the canter. And let the canter, let him loosen up at the canter. Left circle, lightly bending left. Simple change to the right lead. Okay, we'll go from extended trot, not warmed up yet. Good boy, Larky. And the nice voice reward command when you get a good response. Okay, another simple change to the left lead. This time I'm going to go a little slower trot. Ask for a little more collection to the canter. Picking up the lead easier. And I'm going to extend the canter. Just to loosen him up. Just a light extension or lengthening the stride. And slow the canter. The seat and very light leg. Another simple change. Keeping my bend to the right and right lead canter. Good boy. And extend. And keep the bend. Lark. Good boy. Good boy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Turn on the haunches and lope. I'm just extending this way again. Come on, Lark. Because Lark's easiest side is his right side. So I always like to stretch this side more. Woo, woo, woo. Good boy. Woo, woo, woo. That was very nice. Now, just for a little cool down, we're going to come over here and do a few little obstacles. Whoa. Good boy, Lark. Back. Whoa. Good boy. Got to move the hips over to my left. Good. Move the forehand to the right. Oh, we got out. Good boy, Lark. Easy. Slow down. Don't walk fast. Let's walk the logs. Easy. Good boy. And we'll back the L. Good. That's a boy. This is, anything like this will help your horse slow down. It will promote the horse to take his time. He's not worrying about the bridle or a rider overreacting. Whoa. This is also very good if you have a horse that is very broke to trail and mouths the bit. Give him the confidence to do it without the bit. Good boy, Lark. Whoa. Good. And it'll give your horse a chance too for you to find out where his real expression is. And I know when I showed Lark in trail, he loved backing and really putting his head down as he backed. So that gave me an indication to let him express himself. And you can learn for a horse to express himself if you give him the opportunity to do it without the bridle on. Okay, we're going to walk over these, Lark. Good boy. Whoa, don't go too fast. Good boy. Okay, we're going to do walk, to a slower walk, and a canter. So I've done all my different upward and downward transitions. Walk, canter, just to the left. I'll come back to the right. Woo. I did stop to the lope through the turn. Simple changes. All of those are necessary before you do any work with the flying lead change. Counter canter. And while we're doing this, slow and collect the canter, make a tight turn. We'll do the canter logs. Easy, good boy. And we'll do a canter side pass, or a half, or yielding, more of a yielding than a half pass, with a lead change. Good boy, Lark. And a counter canter. To a yielding at the canter. And a lead change. And extending after slowing. And collecting. Good boy, Lark. That was the fullest of collection at the canter, doing a pirouette. And the lead change. Before I ever collect, I extend. And slow. And collect more. Good boy, Lark. And we'll end with a series of lead changes. Good boy, Lark. Cross the diagonal. Good boy. We did every 2 and every 3. I'm going to go for every 2. Just let him warmed up. That's a good boy. And with this horse's beautiful basis of reining, whoa, whoa. Come on. Whoa. Come on. Come on, Lark. Come on. Whoa. That's a good boy, Lark. Did you have fun? Huh? I did. Did you have fun? I think we need to go visit some of your fans. They just come to see you. Huh? Come on, let's go visit them. Hello. Did you guys come to see Rugged Lark?
Well, we came to see everybody.
Everybody? Well, since I'm on the star, I'll let you guys meet him first. This is Rugged Lark. Isn't he pretty? Where are you folks from?